What genes cause cannabis addiction? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to develop cannabis use disorder while others do not? The answer lies in a mix of genetics and environmental factors. Cannabis addiction, also known as cannabis use disorder, is influenced significantly by our genetic makeup. Research indicates that genetics can account for about 50% to 70% of the risk for developing issues with cannabis use. This means that our genes play a big part in determining who might struggle with addiction. To understand this better, let's look at what genes actually do. Genes are segments of deoxyribonucleic acid that provide instructions for making proteins. These proteins influence how our bodies and brains function. In the context of addiction, certain genes can affect how the brain responds to substances, how we manage risk-taking behaviors, and how we cope with mental health challenges. One important area of research focuses on specific genes linked to cannabis addiction. For instance, scientists have identified a region near the FOXP2 gene on chromosome 7. This gene is known for its role in language development, but is also connected to risk-taking behaviors and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Variations in or around this gene might influence the likelihood of developing cannabis use disorder. Another significant gene is located on chromosome 8, near the CHRNA2 gene. This gene plays a role in how nicotinic receptors in the brain function. These receptors are crucial for how the brain reacts to nicotine and other substances. Research has shown that this gene is associated with both cannabis and nicotine addiction, indicating that some genetic risk factors may overlap across different substance use disorders. It is essential to note that cannabis addiction does not stem from a single gene. Instead, it arises from the combined effects of multiple genetic variations. Many of these genes are also linked to other behavioral traits and substance use disorders. This suggests that some individuals may have a general genetic vulnerability to addiction, while others may face specific risks related to cannabis. Understanding these genetic factors can help shape prevention and treatment strategies. For example, identifying individuals with certain genetic profiles could guide early intervention efforts. It may also lead to the development of targeted therapies that address the biological aspects of addiction. While researchers have made strides in identifying risk factors, there is still much to learn about how these genes interact with each other and with environmental influences. Current genetic findings are not yet precise enough to predict an individual's risk for cannabis addiction, but they offer valuable clues for future research and treatment approaches. In summary, cannabis addiction is influenced by multiple genes, including those near FOXP2 and CHRNA2, along with environmental factors. These genetic findings help explain why some individuals are more likely to develop problems with cannabis use. Understanding this can lead to better prevention and treatment methods for cannabis use disorder.